Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Space Engineers. I have been hiding from the weather. It has been crazy. Every 5 seconds, like I step out the door of my ship, and all of a sudden, it's Inferno time, and you're gonna die. Or it will be Radiation Storm, and you're gonna die. Pretty much, I'm gonna die. It's not good. Here are my changes to the mining ship. I made it longer and differenter. Yeah, a lot differenter. Um, I'm still having a few little issues with it, but it worked well. Here, I'll go over to my ice dig. I got that out pretty easy. So I will have the ice. Now, the question is, where should I put the farm? I think if I put it over here, it's just going to end up getting a lot of sun blockage. So if I make a path going this way, I could do a farm over here. I should stop flying because I'm going to run out of fuel. Actually, I don't have to worry about that. I got ice. Let's fly again. I probably will need some defensive outposts on this area. So let's take some. Yeah, look at that. The sun is being completely blocked by the solar array. So let's see what this will look like as we get there. Okay, we got a dip here. You know what? I'm not going to do what I usually do and fill it all the way out. I think what I would do is we will do something like... Oh yes, I added Rex, so you will see Rex pop-ups every once in a while. Do something like that, and then we'll have that block disappear. Ooh. How far are we going to get over here? Quite far. So yeah, I'll need another of those little T things soon. Probably right here. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Not entirely necessary, but it is a good decorative choice to just add something like that. Then it looks like we will need to go up. So, good way to do that is this there. And then this here. And we'll keep going. Alright. And that should take us far enough away that we can build a structure here. I believe we'll go... Because what I want is to run the conveyorage as well. So... Let's go... I mean, it'll be a big pathway, but... No, I don't like that. At least not on this side. So... no, we'll stick with the 3 wide path. Alright, I will continue making weird stuff, as always. But I will bring you back when I am closer to done with this. Alright, everyone. I have done things, and things have been done. I finished the bridge, and obviously I went a little overboard and just kept going. Right, that's the door. Close. Open. Obviously, I'm not done with it, but I do have a functional greenhouse, sort of. I do think I need to wait until the back wall is done before I should plant anything. But let me just give a little explanation. I'm sure most of you know how these work by now. But open up management, and you're able to plant your crops if they're in your inventory. It only works if they're in your inventory. There is a mod that helps with this, but you still need to have the seeds in your inventory for it to work, and you can't really do anything while it's doing that. Let's see. Every one of these has to be conveyed up from the bottom. So all of these has a T-junction on them. And then this is a straight that goes into this conveyor junction. And that's both ways. Now, the irrigator is a little bothersome because, as you can see, it has 2 ports on the top and 1 port on the side, which is the one that this T-junction is using, and no ports on the bottom, which is kind of idiotic because if I'm going to irrigate something using that like this that has to be irrigated from the bottom, I would need to run said fluids through the bottom. So, irritating. And then that's inventory access there. Let's see what else is there to say. Not much. Oh, there are 4 types of crops. Vegetable, grain, mushroom, and fruit. Those are the 4 types of crops. Plus the algae, which everyone uses in the beginning of everything, so I didn't bother to put any on here. I guess that would be the only way that this would actually make sense, but even then it doesn't make sense. Because, hold on. So if I took this, yeah, I could put if I didn't have that there, let me go grab some steel plates. Let me see. Yeah, because that would go there. I mean, I guess it's doable. But still, you didn't, with no ports on the bottom. And then, of course, the algae thing doesn't need water, so you don't have to hook it up to the irrigation system. So, yeah. Confusing. Oh.
Meteor storm inbound.
Oh no, a meteor storm. There's always a meteor storm. Only food I have is over this way. Oh, and an inferno. Alright, so I have some vegetables, I have some fruit. I have grains, and I have fruits, and I have 1 vegetable. I do not have mushrooms. for some reason, I cannot find the log thing that you're supposed to find that has the mushrooms. So that's kind of irritating. This looks a little more like a saloon than it does a... Let's go with my brown. My wood grain. I think that'll look better. Fine, go that way. Yeah, because it only does that way. All right. Well, I'm surprised I'm surviving the Inferno.
Fuel low.
All right, well, what do we do now? Yeah, without this being pressurized, I would fear I would lose my crops to this Inferno. Ooh, getting some lag. A lot of lag. Uh,
Fuel critical.
all right, we're close to being pressurizable, bubble. But I can't get up there. I need to grab a new bottle. Come on, I got a bottle. There we go. Bulletproof glass. So I'm stuck by the bulletproof glass. Okay. I will see you all when this is done, and I'll plant some crops with you. All right. We are pressurized in here, so let me try to plant some plants and see how it goes. All right, so let's go with grains. Kind of cool. Then here we'll plant fruit. And here we'll plant the vegetables. And of course, I don't have the mushrooms, so I can't plant those. Health is 100%, 23 seconds, and it's only 1% done. Water usage, 16 liters a minute. $20 for the fruit. Okay. What about for vegetables? 15. Some weird numbers, but okay. How much ice do I have? I should go get some more ice. Because we have... it'll be fine. But you are fruit, so let me put another fruit in here. Then you are grain. Yeah. I'll put the last grain I got there. Alright. So. Yeah, that'll take a lot of ice. That was a weird way of saying ice. Alright, well. With that accomplished, let's go find some of these wrecks that have been popping up. If they're small grid, I'm not too... Well, I am interested, but only if it's a fighter. So, let's go wreck hunting. Ooh, buttons. I think what I'll do is I'll grab a second bottle, and we'll just go on foot, if I can get out from under my ship. Alright, so, let's go onto our GPS. We have some wrecks. Let us show that one. Yep. If you can name what song I was making a mess of with that, I will be shocked. Alright, what have we here? Well, I'm within firing range, so it's not attacking. It probably should have attacked. But he did not. What is wrong? Oh, it's a rocket launcher attached to a Gatling gun by the barrels that spin. You got problems. First off, I'm going to disable this. But yeah, I'm not too concerned about this one, so let's go to another one. Alright, I'm in shooty bang bang range. Ooh, what have we done here? Ions. Yeah, I don't think you'll be helpful. We'll give it a look, though. Yeah. Again, another non-helpful wreck. Alright, here comes another wreck. A couple of wrecks, apparently. We have a mining ship, which not really useful for me, especially since all it has is an H2O2 generator. Terrible. Let's see this one. Ooh. Well, you might be worthwhile. Got one here. You're functional, you're functional. You're not. Alright, you're functional and functional. You're broken though. So it would appear we could move forward, and that's about it. Well, where are our bases? This way. Woo. Alright. We're kind of moving. I'm blowing up everything. Trying to stay alive. Oh, oh. Am I making it? Probably going to get shot as soon as I get close to my ship, but that'll be fun. I need to add the takeover mod. Ooh, ooh. Oh, oh. Nope. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. We got nothing now. Oh, oh. All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Until the next time. Bye, everybody.